You're listening to How to Manifest Gigs, Power, and Fame, the podcast for entertainment professionals building careers with clarity, courage, and strategy. Today's episode dives into something every creative needs, but few are ever taught. Basic networking in the entertainment industry. Whether you're brand new or rebuilding your career from scratch, this is your S0 Imple practical guide to meeting people, making connections, and staying memorable without feeling fake or overwhelmed. Now entering the mic, your entertainment coach and author, Ruth M James.
Thank you, Andrew, and thank you to my coaching clients, my listeners, and every entertainment professional tuning in today. My name is Ruth M James, and I am your entertainment goal coach. Several years ago, I wrote the book titled How to Manifest Gigs, Power, and Fame. That book became the basis for my podcast. For more than 20 years, I've worked in film, television, radio, stage, theater, and coaching. I too have seen and experienced the emotional highs, the unexpected lows, the breakthroughs, the heartbreaks, and the moments that change everything. And I know this. You need a space that supports you every single day, not just when things are going well, but especially when they're not. I hope this podcast becomes that space for you, a place where you can learn, grow, and strengthen your career from the inside out. Today's episode is about networking, what it is and what it isn't. Networking isn't chasing people. It's building a professional ecosystem where your name, your work, and your energy circulate naturally. Today, we'll walk through how to prepare before you ever step into a room, how to approach agents, producers, and actors, and how to follow up, track contacts, and keep relationships alive without being annoying. It's a beginner's guide, but deep enough to give you a real foundation. Let's start with the truth. Networking in entertainment isn't small talk. It's not handing out business cards like confetti. It's not trying to impress people. Networking is the ongoing process of creating professional familiarity. People hire who they know, they recommend who they trust, they collaborate with who they feel comfortable around. Networking is the art of becoming known, remembered, and respected. Most people think networking happens in the moment you meet someone. It doesn't. It starts before the moment with preparation. It lives during the moment with clarity, and it continues after with follow-through. When you understand that, networking stops feeling like a performance. It becomes a system. Preparation is the part most beginners skip. They show up to mixers, film festivals, and workshops without a plan. Then they freeze, ramble, or fade into the background. Preparation gives you confidence. Confidence gives you presence. Start with your identity. Know how to describe yourself in one clean sentence. Not your life story, not your dreams, just your professional identity. Something like, I'm a writer focused on grounded sci-fi. I'm a DP who loves natural light. I'm an actor specializing in grounded comedic roles. Short, clear, and memorable. Next, your purpose. Why are you networking right now? Are you looking for collaborators, meeting agents, pitching a project, expanding your circle? When you know your purpose, you can steer conversations naturally. Then, your materials. Have a clean business card with your name, your role, your email, and one link. Not 5 links, 1. That link should lead to your portfolio, your reel, or your website. Keep it simple. People don't have time to decode your entire digital universe. Finally, your energy. Networking isn't about being loud, it's about being open. People respond to grounded, calm, curious energy. Walk in thinking, I'm here to meet good people, not, I need someone to give me a job. That mindset changes everything. Approaching people is where most beginners get stuck. They overthink it. They wait for the perfect moment. They rehearse lines in their head. Meanwhile, the opportunity passes. Case in point, I had a client, an actor, whom I had started working with. He got a supporting role in a film shooting on the East Coast. One of the points I began stressing to him was to always be ready to network. He did not take me seriously despite my insistence. As it turned out, after the gig was over, the studio flew him back to the West Coast. He was fortunate enough to have a first-class seat. Sitting next to him was one of the #1 directors in Hollywood at the time. My client was in such shock and was not prepared they barely spoke. When he finally was able to get out a few words to the director was open and friendly. He told my client to call when they got back to the West Coast. My client never followed up on the opportunity. Even my encouraging him was not enough to overcome his resistant mindset. Approaching someone is simple. Start with presence. Eye contact, a small smile, a small nod. That's the universal signal that you're open to conversation. If they respond, step in naturally. Not clever, not forced. You can say, "Hi, I'm Ruth. What brings you here tonight?" Or, "I heard you mention a project. What kind of project is it?" People love talking about what they're doing. Let's take a short break, and I will see you on the other side.
This episode of How to Manifest Gigs, Power, and Fame is brought to you by the Entertainment Resource Library, your all-in-one hub for creative clarity, career strategy, and industry-ready tools. Inside the library, you'll find guides on various entertainment subjects, workbooks that build confidence and craft, checklists, templates, and production-ready resources, and a growing archive designed to support your next breakthrough. Whether you're an actor refining your brand, a DP shaping your visual identity, or a producer building your next pitch, the library gives you structure, strategy, and momentum. An affordable membership structure ensures every artist has the opportunity to get the support they need. Monthly memberships are $5 for general and $3 for students. Membership gives instant access to the Entertainment Resource Library. Your next career level deserves the right tools. Now, back to your host, entertainment coach, Ruth M. James.
Welcome back. Let's continue with the foundation for today's show, networking. Just before the break, I shared an experience that I had with one of my new clients. He chose not to be prepared to network, and as a direct result, he lost a second opportunity to connect to a wonderful director by not following up on his initial contact with the director, his seatmate, during the flight from the East Coast. So, what is a key element when networking with professionals in particular? The key is curiosity. When you're curious, you're not performing, you're connecting. And when you're connecting, people relax. They open up. They remember you. Agents aren't mythical creatures. They're business professionals looking for talent they can sell. When you approach an agent, your goal isn't to convince them to sign you. It's to create a clean, professional impression. Respect their time. Agents are constantly approached. Keep your introduction short. Tell them who you are, what you do, and what you're working on. If they ask questions, answer confidently. If they don't force it. If you want to submit, ask for their preferred process. Every agency has one. It might be email, a link, or a referral. When you ask, you show professionalism. You show that you understand the business. And you avoid the rookie mistake of pitching yourself on the spot. Producers are problem solvers. They are always looking for stories, talent, and collaborators who can help bring projects to life. When you approach a producer, don't pitch immediately. Build rapport. Ask what they're working on. Listen. Respond. Engage. When the moment feels natural, mention your project. Not a full pitch, just a sentence. For example, I'm developing a grounded thriller about a paramedic who uncovers a conspiracy. If they're interested, they'll ask for more. If not, let it go. You planted the seed. Producers remember people who are easy to talk to, who don't push, and who feel like collaborators, not salespeople. Approaching actors is different. They're used to being approached and asked for things. So your goal is to create a human connection first. Start with something real. Compliment their work if you've seen it. Mention a performance or a specific moment. Be specific. Actors can tell when you're genuine. If you want them in your project, don't pitch immediately. Build the connection. Then say, I'm working on a project that might be a great fit for you. If you're open, I'd love to send you the details. That gives them space, choice, and respect. Business cards still matter. They're quick, tangible, and easy to pass along. But the real power is what you do after. Keep a contact log. Use a spreadsheet, a notes app, whatever works for you. Write down their name, where you met, what you talked about, and anything personal they mentioned. This isn't manipulation, it's memory support. Entertainment careers are built on long-term relationships, and long-term relationships require remembering people. Within 24 hours, send a thank you note. It doesn't need to be long, just warm and professional. Something like, great meeting you last night. I really enjoyed our conversation about documentary storytelling. Wishing you a strong week ahead. Clean, respectful, and memorable. Then, several weeks later, refresh the connection, not with a request, but with value. Share an article, congratulate them on something, comment on their work. Stay present without being intrusive. Networking isn't a one-time event, it's a lifelong practice. It's the slow, steady building of a professional world where people know you, trust you, and think of you when opportunities arise. You don't need to be extroverted. You don't need to be perfect. You just need to be prepared, present, and consistent. If you're starting out, keep it simple. Meet people, be curious, follow up, stay in touch. Over time, your network becomes your career engine. Thank you for joining me today. I will see you soon.
This has been How to Manifest Gigs, Power and Fame with your host, Ruth M. James. If you're building your entertainment career and want deeper tools, resources, and weekly support, explore the Entertainment Resource Library. Your next opportunity is already on its way. Stay ready. The information in this podcast is for educational and motivational purposes only. It is not a substitute for professional advice, and no specific results are promised or guaranteed. Your success depends on your own decisions, actions, and circumstances. By listening to this show, you agree that all choices and outcomes are your responsibility. Produced by Ruth M. James Productions.